Hi, I'm Ryan, this is Ashley, and this is the Blue Palace. We've been busy turning this house from demo into epic reno. Now, there's only a few episodes left, but there's no reason why you can't go back to the beginning and start at episode 1 and work your way all the way through. But if you're new here, consider subscribing, it's free. Hit that little bell notification and you'll get reminded every time we put up new content. And of course, if you like this video, only if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Now let's get into this week's episode of the Property Hillbillies. This week on the Property Hillbillies, Owen and I race against time and light to get the power and lights fully finished. I keep working through the last bits of drywall, and Ash and I have a massive weekend sanding and varnishing the timber floors. Right, she's a bright early start today, and she's a hell of a frost. How are those hands, Owie?
Oh, cold, mate. Cold.
Yeah, today, hopefully we're gonna get, how are we gonna go on this fit off? Like, we're gonna get pretty close, you reckon?
Oh, yep, I'd say so.
Pretty.
The walls that are mined anyway.
Yep, pretty confident we're gonna be getting 90% of the way there today, so yeah, it's gonna be an exciting day to be able to plug something into the wall. We're gonna feel like proper rich folk.
There'll definitely be a few things come back forward, so.
Yeah. All right, sweet, let's go, crack into it. Oh, still let you look up there, right? Yeah. Should probably cut those too.
Oh, you can reach a bit anyway.
Yeah, I don't care about that, but I mean, should I? Oh, because those are still hooked all the way up. Yeah,
It's all seized up, so
yeah. There we go. Don't breathe it in.
no.
Asbestos board, so chuck this on, trade me. Can we use that torch for heating? It's a new joint. Getting in for the new power box in here. Once that's in, boom, finish jibbing this up, get the ceiling on through here, and insulation, warmth. Right. So this morning, continuing up here, gonna be jibbing along here, working way through there. So this piece, remember where there was the old skylight? We've decided we are gonna put one back in, so gonna jib nicely up in there. And of course, get the bats in there as we work our way along. It's gonna make life a lot easier in the long run.
Oh, yeah.
Next to the gas fire or fire.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, it's so dark you can barely even see me, but me and Owen have been burning the midnight, going hard to try and get everything done before it gets too dark to see anything. Couple hours yet to go, but he's gonna flip the switch and we're gonna see some lights for the first time in the Blue Palace. Woo-hoo! Look at that! Yeah! Woo! All right, it's just a start, but it's something. Some downlight action.
Yeah, boy.
Good old Owen, he's gonna hang around. What's the time? It's after 5, but he's gonna try and smash some more stuff out tonight. So very thankful of that. There might be a couple pizzas coming. See how we go. Good morning. Whew. Feeling a bit tired today. She was a big day yesterday. Owen didn't leave till 10 o'clock last night. We were just going absolutely crazy. I was helping out where I could, cutting holes for the lights and different things. But yeah, big shout out to Owen from Matos, from Matos Electrical. He could have left earlier on, like most people would, but he stuck to it because he just knew we needed this stuff done and we've been waiting a long time. So thank you very much. Basically now we have PowerPoints, we have lights. I mean, we feel like we're living in a hotel. It's been so long. And just to be able to just turn the jug on, we've had to have the jug on the floor in the corner, like near the only PowerPoint we had. So, God, it's a nice feeling to just flick a light on. Anyway, I had a bunch of wood delivered yesterday for the fire. I'm just sitting here in front of the fire this morning, staring out on a foggy old day, and it's just starting to sort of rain lightly. So I want to get that wood put away where it's not going to get wet. But there's plenty to do around here, plastering, jibbing, etc. So we're just going to do the wood and then see where the day takes us at this point.
All right, on to the next job.
Right, something I've been putting off for a while that I probably shouldn't have. So at the back of the house, I've just had a bit of a clean up. This is sort of the dump site at the moment. Anyway, these bits above when we put the door in, we pulled those out. Actually, I think there were higher windows up in there. So now it's time to get these fully sealed up. I was waiting for a few days of dry weather so I could seal it up when it wasn't moist. There's no moisture in there, which obviously is important. So yeah, let's get into that. Alright, made a start anyway, just in time, because as you can see, there's some serious rain coming in. But same as the front, the plan is here to use that treated plaster, treated board, and then we're going to use base coat plaster, and then we're going to do layers on layers. But yeah, that's it for now, then cover up before this rain gets here. Good morning. Okay, it's Saturday, and what a Saturday it's going to be. We've been waiting for this day for quite a while, and it's probably another one of those big exciting days. Ashley's currently busy moving stuff because today is the day we are going to sand the floors.
Yes.
So very exciting. So we're just we're trying to figure out the plan of attack here, because you've obviously got to move all your furniture around and wait for things to dry and coat and blah blah blah. So we're currently moving everything out of the bedroom, and we're going to do that first and try and figure it all out. But yeah, today, exciting day. Let's see how far we get. Should have some nice little time lapses for you. Let's get into it. The first most annoying step is you have to go around the outside and remove all of these old staples. There's not too many, but there's enough to be a pain in the ass, because obviously that'll rip the sanding pads to pieces. And yeah, Ash is cleaning up that room. Sort of like just accepted it's going to be a long, not too enjoyable weekend, but the results will make it worth the while, I hope. All right, how are we going? She's tough work. As you can see, this is where we're at now. It is coming up good, but it's very, very hard. Harder than other floors that I've sanded. I guess Matai is harder than Remu. Pretty similar anyway, but yeah, I guess you can get a bit of an idea of this is what it sort of looked like before and after. Okay, I'm going to call this room finished. We had to go back and get some pads for the edging sander because they neglected to give us any. But yeah, it's actually looking really good. Now it's time just to keep going. There's a lot of house yet to go, so straight out this door and back into the floor. It rhymes. Turn it on. Fucking heavy, eh? It's definitely power. Get it. Did you get a fright? Did you get a fright? What did he do? Did he just...
He's embarrassed.
I'm gonna have to do this one.
Yeah.
Look at that, hit one staple that I missed and look what it did to the pad. Absolutely destroyed it. The pads are not cheap either, so need to make sure that I get every single staple. Watch this, we'll give her a fright. One room done for the first coat, second room looking good, about to get its first coat. But coming up really, really nice. So now into the, look at this, this is basically before and after. Right, so now time for the hallway. This is going to be nice to get this done. Looking good, Ash?
Yeah, baby.
Woo!
Shivering you.
Yeah.
That's what we like to see.
Right, time to do the hallway. And what better way with an epic time lapse?
Good. Your palms are fire.
Hey, how are ya? Let's see if it's gonna get it. Get it.
Get it. No, Sifa. No.
You can't say yes and then no.
I see him. Drop it. He's breaking the bristles. Get.
Dropping camera angle.
Simba.
Get it.
Ah. Yeah.
He wants to help sweep.
I don't even have the energy to fight him. I get.
This is the state of things right now. So we're in the middle of this whole process, and as you can see, we've basically had to move the entire house down to this part, obviously so we can get the floors done everywhere else. It's not fun. It's not fun. Ash, we're just tidying up the last couple rooms.
I'm choking on the dust.
Choking on the, yeah, she should have a respirator on, but she doesn't believe in that.
I do.
Yeah, but she's all go. See, Brendan, this is why I couldn't fit you in today. She's just too chocker. Yeah, right, this is the plan. Boom, in here. Nice. Ooh, what's that?
No, Simba. No.
Oh, of course, but he has to come ruin it. So yeah, I'm in the sunroom now. Man, there are a lot of nails and staples in here. But the thing is, you get excited thinking about, oh, we're gonna do sanding and stuff, but you end up spending more time pulling staples and nails out of the floor. So one thing I would say is, before you hire the sander and get it to your house, do the prep work of pulling the staples out beforehand, because I just didn't realize how many were there. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass, basically. Move along. Thank you. Pretty good now. Just block makers, that's fucking like worth money. Just had a pad explode on me. It's all part of the fun. So I'm down, I've gone through 240 grits, which are the real rough ones, to get through the glue that was in here. And this is where we're at so far. I'd say halfway. So this is the like gorgeous colour that it can get to. I mean, they must have had carpet or something down and the glue had stained it. So I'm gonna try and get through it. So yeah, just keep cracking at it. Hey Mace. Hey Macey. This is the problem I run into in the lounge. The glue in the lounge here, show you, just around the edges. The big floor sander made short work of it, but the edging sander for the sides, it's just jamming up the, I mean, look at that one. It just jams it up, and then it actually burns the floor if you go too hard. You can see there's a couple of burn marks there. It's been a pain in the ass, so I'm just chewing through these sanding pads. Some of the glue's just gonna have to stay there as maybe a little bit of a feature. It probably won't look so bad, it'll be kind of rustic, but almost done this glue, and then keep going the rest of the thing. She's gonna be a long night ahead yet. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, in that period of time, you can see that's basically smooth, which is not really doing anything, so that's how quick you go through the pads. Not all heroes wear capes. I just came into the kitchen, started going, and see that sort of green paint there? Started, and within 5 seconds, this was smoking, and I just thought, fuck, I'm screwed here. But then I thought, why not pull out Old Faithful, Stanley Fat Max. So I just pulled him out, 40 grit on there, boom, he's tearing through it. Absolutely killing it. So, it doesn't always have to be a big flash tool, just the right one for the job. I'm actually going to just leave on purpose just a little bit of that green paint. It actually looks really cool. Sort of gives it a real sort of vintage farmhouse type feel. So add to the rustic charm. Rustic charm. Let's play a game and see if Ashley agrees with my idea for leaving some green as rustic charm. Yeah, I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, Semper's just come in. Does that mean she's home? She's just out getting food right now. So place your bets and see. A loves it, B hates it. So I was doing the kitchen, I started that, and so much of the green paint not sticking to the thing, worse. Within 5 seconds that first pad was done. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, I'm screwed here, there's no way I can get through that. I only had 3 80 pads left for the whole house.
No, Matthew.
And I was like, what if I was like, maybe I'll try Batman's. See how he goes. Tearing through it.
Nothing.
I had an idea for something too.
Yeah.
You know the green going round? Mm. What do you think, like, as I was standing it, sort of like, there was some little speck, like little bits of it, and I was like, because you basically, you can't like get right under to where the kickboards are going to be. So I thought leave a little bit as like a little rustic charm.
Of the green?
Yeah.
But it won't look rustic, it'll just look undone.
No, it does, it looks rustic. Do you think no?
I think no. You're kidding, right?
There you go. Did you win or lose?
I think absolutely no.
I think it will look good.
No, it'll look like you've forgotten to sand it.
How are we going?
Good.
Looking good.
Getting there. Getting there, boy.
Looking good. Kitchen to go, bit of rustic charm.
Ooh. How about that rustic charm? What do you reckon? The green is really popping. Leo! Leo's at the door. Can you see him down there? That mess, that's what people call anxiety, I believe. Okay, that is the end of a long, hard weekend. We've taken the sander and stuff back. We've got 2 coats of poly on our floor. Some of the rooms have come up really good, and some of them not quite as great as what we hoped. The lounge, I thought, as you saw, was going to be epic, but it's ended up slightly with a bit of a darker colour in the middle here, which must have been from where there must have been glue or something. But so we do a little before and after. So that was before, and then after. This is just through into the kitchen. The kitchen actually looks not too bad. I mean, there's a bit of dust on the floor and stuff now. The place is still a tip, but we can start putting things back in. But yeah, so hardwood floors was always our short-term plan. Long-term, we're going to carpet this whole house, but this is sort of, we thought we'd try the floors and see how they came up. But once you've got furniture and everything in here, rugs on the floor and stuff, I think they're going to look a lot better. But yeah, carpet will be long-term. And yeah, now today we're going to sand up this room, and Ash is going to get into the window because yeah, by this weekend we want to have this room completely finished, TV on the wall, yeah, for our little Lord of the Rings marathon, maybe a weekend off, the first weekend off in a long, long time. So let's crack into it. He wants that cat food. All right, good morning. We didn't get the stuff done yesterday that we were quite planning. It took so long just to move all of the furniture that we'd moved to one side of the house back into the other parts of the house. You're just moving things around at the moment. But today, gonna get this room, the lounge sanded, and hopefully get a first coat of Drywall sealer on there. Ashley's in the caravan today because that's gonna get listed. Anyone, if you want a new caravan, it's about to go on the market. If you're interested, let us know. And yeah, let's just crack into this day and just see where we get. Look at decorating the Christmas tree by the looks of it.
Ryan thinks it's not how you do it, but obviously it is. Don't breathe it in.
Oh, I breathed some in. Of course, I started to look to sand, and then I realized that some of the corners I hadn't finished yet. So we've whacked a final coat on the corners, got the fire going. We've got second coat on where the TV's gonna go, so that's looking good. Now I think we'll do some more slim lines, get a lot of that done, and I'm hopefully just gonna try and dry the shit out of this so that I can still get it sanded and a coat on today. Now I said I wouldn't sugarcoat things, and I've been having some problems with the shower. I didn't do a good enough job of making sure that the base was perfectly level when I put it down. And if you can see here, when I've got my level here, there is a gap here. A 5mm gap probably, which might not seem like a lot, but you know, these showers are designed to fit flush, so the doors sit flush on your liner, your base liner if you want to call it that. And if they don't, obviously you can put silicone and stuff in there, but it's just not good. And we've been getting like a little bit of a leak coming out, and it's been pissing me off. So I mucked around with it, and now I've just decided I've just taken the whole shower apart again, and I'm just gonna get that base leveled up just that bit better. But the moral of the story here is make sure you get it perfectly plumb at the beginning, because you'll save yourself a lot of hassle in the long run. And the other thing is, if you do notice something that's not quite right, don't just leave it, because more often than not, going back and fixing it, by the time you do it, you realize actually it wasn't such a major after all. So yeah, that's my job for the morning. Get this sorted again, get it completely plumb and perfect, re-silicone, and that should be ready to have a shower by tomorrow. And then also in the lounge, so let's get into it. Okay, so I've been a bit delayed today, obviously getting that shower sorted, and a few other little bits and pieces. It's always the way during the week. There's always, you have a plan for the day, and then something comes up, you take half a day out doing that, and you add that up, and at the end of the week you've spent 3 days doing things you didn't even plan on doing. But anyway, so I'm in the lounge, got my sanding pad. I'm starting some sanding. I'm gonna sand this part where the TV's going, and then I'll probably put a third coat on there. And if I get time, I wanna sand the rest of this room, and who knows, maybe chuck a coat of Drywall sealer on, but I'm not getting my hopes up at this point. The day is fast disappearing. But yeah, fingers crossed, and let's just do it. Whew, it's looking good. Yeah, it perfectly fits a 65-inch TV, which is pretty much the biggest TV you could fit comfortably in this space. And I think for the size of the room, that is sufficient. Right now, the rest of the sanding, we're gonna be using the block sand. Look at it's with sanding plaster, you get it bloody everywhere. Block sander, and then I'm also gonna pull out my sanding machine tool, which I'll show you, it's awesome. Another thing too, you saw, oh, did I show you? I was just vacuuming up plaster. Don't use your normal household vacuum to vacuum up plaster, because more than likely you'll blow it up. It's too fine and it'll just go straight through the filter. I think we've blown up like 3 different vacuums now. Yeah, something to note. So here's the my sanding machine. It's basically just a big sander. As you can see, it takes a big sanding pad on the bottom. It's Velcro, comes off. The best part of it, it's got a vacuum built in. So it sucks the dust into the bag. It's got multiple speeds, and of course you can reach the roof and stuff, and it's super fast. And because it's got a nice big pad, you obviously get a nice flat even finish. This thing will speed up plastering by 10 times and no dust, so it's awesome. so that's basically one line done. Nice and smooth. Okay, that's the machine work done. I mean, shit, that only took me about 20 minutes for this room. Now though, what I always do, of course, we're gonna go with the sanding pad and we're gonna get the rest of the corners because we couldn't quite get in there. And then what I normally do is just go around the rest of the room and just look for any imperfections that you might have missed with the sander, just to get that final perfect little finish. All right, pretty confident that I've got a decent sand on that. There's still little bits and pieces, some of these slim lines around here I haven't quite got done yet, but I'm gonna get a coat of Drywall just on all the stuff that's been done, which is the main part of this room. Yeah, so it'd be nice to see a bit of a change. Let's have a look, see how she comes out. All right, that's one coat of wallboard sealer on the room. Obviously I've pulled the lights out of the roof. Doesn't look like too much right now, but you know, it's just good to get that first coat on. It's one step closer to getting the actual paint on. But that's the end of the day, it's the end of the week. It's been a long week, busy week, absolutely knackered. Yeah, so we've only probably got a couple of weeks, as I said before, to get to the end with a few little tidy ups. But as always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and we'll see you next week.